Now we start with the 1 hour chart. Okay, first of all, we refer to our analysis. In my last video, when the price exactly was here within this move, we mentioned that because the question was, if we want to put this one in relative to this for one more drop, this one haven't broke this low. That's why when the price was correcting here, we mentioned maybe the price can break the low before we get the reverse. The only question was, maybe this is that the one is we looking for, and this is the start of the up move. Okay. By the way, we mentioned if you want to look for trade, the only option we have entry above this, which is 0.053, because we explain why and everything. And no, later we see this one, we it give us a sharp move, and we didn't take the price. Okay, that's why but that's why I put a bit higher, because if we put here, also it couldn't take. All right, maybe for some other charts, because sometimes the price is really close to that. Sometimes easily the price can take because of the whether we call the spread or everything, something else based on the different platform. Okay. By the way, we are not in the trade anymore. And now the question is whether we should keep this trade or not. Okay. And the reasons we could, I mean, if we want to trade for this one, the only way we could consider this one as I mean, the first move with the correction, we want to see whether it was a good trade setup or not, but we didn't expect it and we didn't get it. All right. Because at that time, we were analyzing price was here. We were looking at this. We mentioned this one turned to a correction and we can expect this. All right, this is what we are looking for. Okay, and actually this is what we get, but we didn't expect to be this sharp. And the only way was to trade this one with having triple of this. Okay, now we want to see whether there is a, because now we're looking at this, whether this is a flag for continuation or not. Okay, no, how we can trade this. Okay, and in case there is a continuation, still we can have entry above wherever, whatever the entry, I mean, we put this one, or if anyone wants to adjust it to above this, which is the above here is almost, we, it's better we leave it what, I mean, where is it, where it is, and what we want, get the correction, break and continue. We should be careful, price can tag and reverse. Why? Because we're looking for this, and when we see this move, we can consider this correction is done already. If this one turn to a breakout of the top for one more drop. Okay, but if because as we can see the price haven't break this one, and if this one break, first of all, we see based on the indicators what we have. If we put this one in relative to this, maybe based on MACD we get the divergence, maybe because it haven't broke this top based on the chart. And how about this one? We even the broke the price, I mean, based on the indicators, this one already broke here. That's mean we cannot expect the divergence. Only maybe we expect the divergence for MACD if this one break the top, but we need to see how break it, I mean, how it can break, because if there is a break and continuation, then we won't see that. No, we cannot rely on that. Okay, this is just some things we need to know. And what I want to say that again, having entry above this, where, I mean, what we have here, what the reason is, we want, if we see the correction, if there is a continuation, at least we can take in, I mean, we take the trade, because if this one turn to a correction, we can expect for the continuation, but we should be aware of this for one more drop. If the price, why? If the price tag, which is not moving within the first or second hours, we take out the trade. If this is not, the move is not really fast to break and continue. Okay. The reason is if we move to higher time frame, we explained in my last analysis, this based on daily chart, we have a correction, nothing. And if you refer to our analysis, I mentioned when we see this, especially I was pointing on this, when we see this kind of the corrective move, we can expect to get the sharp move. Even I point on any of this. Now we want to see this is the one we're looking for or not. Okay. The reason is we mentioned if the only times we can look for buy with the breakout of this top, we consider this the first and this is a correction. It does mean still we are in this correction, but we want to see how this correction can form. The first way we have it, this one can turn to a second correction. That's why the price can break the top. Then from there, we get one move down to break the low. That's why we mentioned if we get this move, the next one can give us a better trade setup. But how about this is the start of the up move? The only way to have entry above the top, or wait for the breakout, maybe move to 1 hour chart, or if you want to trade safe, we wait for the breakout, the next flag we take the trade, rather than buying here or buying here. Okay, because if this is the sharp for the continuation, price can break, for sure it give a correction or flag. For next flag, we take the trade. Now we want to trade this or having entry 0.035. Okay, but this one will be really risky because of the option. We may get this one. We are not going to make 100%. We may get this. Okay, by the way, if we get a trade, what we expect if we move to daily forward chart, if this is the start of the up move, we expect the price to break the top and at least to retest this high. 0.06, 0.06, yeah. Okay, then from there we want to see whether this one turned to bigger correction or this correction already finished and this is the start of the up move with this. All right, anyway, we just follow the 1 hour chart. We see how we can trade it. And even if I move to 15-minute chart, do I have anything based on 15-minute chart? All right, based on 15-minute chart, the only things is we're looking at this relative to this, whether we can get the next move or not. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. And the only thing is we need to be quite careful about what we are getting here.